Hello and welcome. So I wanted to show you this Colt government model in stainless. And I wanted to give you the backstory of why I bought this particular gun. I bought something very similar to this in about 1988, and I had a buddy who just was bugging me constantly, relentlessly bugging me to sell it to him. So I finally sold it to him in about 1993. So that's 27 years ago. And I've been missing the gun ever since. So what I did recently is I wanted to replace it, and so I ended up buying this. Now technically, what's really weird about Colt is they came up. So let me show you this, if you can see it. Letter O 1091. O 1091 is the designation for the 1991 model. Now this doesn't look like a 1991. The 1991 has morphed, and it has, for all intents and purposes, become the 1911. So what's weird is I don't know why Colt has just not abandoned the 1991 designation, because again, as I'm repeating myself, the gun has morphed so much that it's morphed into like the Mark IV Series 80 or whatever earlier 1911 type pistols. Now I don't mean 1911, the strict definition. I'm talking about a 1911 type pistol. Okay, so let's talk about some of the differences between this and the Mark IV Series 80 I had, and when I bought it in '88. So in '88, the gun read Colt Mark IV. Okay, it had Mark IV on here. So this has changed. It reads Colt's government model 45 automatic caliber, and it's got the rampant Colt on there. Okay, it has the long trigger. This is a Series 80. Here's what's strange too. I was debating between this and now the designation is O1911 CSS. Now that is technically a 1911 type, or I should say a 1911, whereas this is the 1991. Now the O1911 CSS is the 1911, and this SS is stainless steel. But that is a Series 70 with the short trigger. This Series 80, the O1091 designation, is the long trigger Series 80. Okay, so we have the long trigger, and it's color black. I already read the slide markings, standard vertical serrations. Let's see, let's go around. Okay, oh, the gun has been safety checked. Okay, I safety checked it just before I started filming. Okay, it has the standard grip safety, flat mainspring housing, 3-dot white sights. I think the Mark IV Series 80, I can't remember, it's been so many years ago, it's 32 years ago that I bought it. I remember it had black sights, but I can't remember if they were 3-dot. They might have just been standard black sights. So turning around, and I wanted to give you a look at the pistol, because it seems some of these vary from, right, they vary as far, like, I'll give you an example. If you look at Guns America or something, you'll see some of the guns read Series 80 on the right, whereas this is what I like, Colt government model. Some of the serial numbers, this is filled in with black, and it's very professionally done. You'll see some, they like the roll mark, but they're not filled in with black, and it looks like somebody took an actual punch and they just kept tapping, like with a hammer and a punch, and they actually entered the serial number, and it looks pretty ghastly. But here you can tell it's been very professionally applied, right? The Colt's Patent Firearm Company, Hartford, Connecticut, USA, and then the serial number, they've been done very well. It doesn't look like that crude punch. The barrel is national match. I guess it's supposed to be a free upgrade, and it says Colt 45 Auto NM, obviously, which is the national match. So again, I just wanted to show you, somehow I picked up a couple scratches here, right, and that's not how it's shipped, so I'm just gonna have to buff those out. I don't know how I got those scratches there, but in fairness to Colt, I must have scraped it somehow on something, but I'll buff those out. But this is what, oh, and the other difference that I saw from gun to gun is the appearance of the slide. Let me put it down here a little bit. Okay, this is kind of not polished, like, per se, but it's some of them, the guns you'll see, like this matte. It looks like the slide. Okay, now the top is definitely a matte, right? Whether you want to call it bead blasted or matte. And some of the guns you see online, they'll have the same here on the sides, whereas this one is a semi-polished slab sides. Okay, but the slide stop and the safety, these are all bead blasted. The hammer, spur hammer. Okay, so again, I'll go very slowly. I'll try to turn the gun and give you a chance to examine it. So I just bought it recently, so you can get an idea of what to expect if you get the same gun. Okay. And again, this has been safety checked. Okay, and I'll tell you what I paid for it. So this is what's weird. Now I'm recording this on, what is this, April 4. I got the gun a few days ago, maybe the last day of March or so, and I ordered it, and I was very scared because I had never heard of this place before. It's called, I think it's pronounced Tooele, Utah, and it's Tooele Shooting Supply. So long story short, I'm looking online and I see this gun. This gun is generally, it goes for somewhere between $750 and $850, the stainless. Now the blued, the classic blued, will go from $650 to $750, and the stainless is about, very roughly, $100 more. Okay, and I'm just ballparking this. Please don't hold me to these like absolutely firm numbers. So my point is, I'm looking on Guns America and such, and people are really, okay, they're I don't want to say scalping, but the prices have risen since this COVID-19 is hit, right? All these, you can tell if you go to Gun Pro Deals and Buds, and all kinds of guns are just selling out. So I do an internet search for Colt government model stainless 1091, and I get a hit for this Tooele Shooting Supply. I go to the website and it says one left in stock, and I was very suspicious because I thought, okay, this is going to be a bait and switch, right? I'm going to pay for this gun. They're going to call me the next day or 2 days later and say, hey, I'm sorry, there was a glitch in our ordering system and our software. We're not going to give you a refund, but, take your pick of something else. And that's what I thought was going to happen. I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to trust, right, and just, let the chips fall where they may. And believe it or not, I bought it in the count. After I bought the gun, I went back in the counter. It said on the bottom, out of stock. So then I realized I had a good feeling it was not a bait and switch, that it was real, that there was actually one left in stock, and I bought the last one. So I got an email the next day, said, hey, your product is shipped. You can expect it in the mail, so forth. So I gave me a tracking number. And I'm digressing a little bit, but my point is, what really threw me is the price, and this is why another reason I thought it was a bait and switch. It said MSRP $799, and it had a strike through. The $799 was struck through, and it said on sale $739. Now these, as of current times, these are going from about 900 to 1,000 on the different sites because of the COVID-19 and the sellout. So I'm thinking, how is this gun that's going for between 900 and 1,000 in this COVID-19 panic, how is Tooele Shooting Supply, how do they have it on sale, actually marked down? So all kinds of red flags were going up. But again, I made a leap of faith. I bought the gun and I got it. And there's nothing, it's brand new. There's nothing wrong with it. But this was actually, it was marked $799 and marked down to $739. I got this gun for $739, and my local FFL charged me $15 for the transfer. So it was an incredible deal, right? And you can see here, I'm not going to turn this into a ad hoc unboxing, but I got all this stuff. I got a second magazine, the cable lock, the instruction manual, so forth and so on. So again, the purpose of the video was to show you what you can expect if you were to order this. Or as of, I'm recording this again in early April, April 4, 2020, and this is how they're looking, coming from Colt. Again, with the markings on the slide, the very professionally done roll mark here in the serial number. Right, it's not looking like a train wreck. It's actually quite nice. Right, the 3-dot sights look good. Everything on this gun is just, I mean, it reminds me of the quality that I had in my original Mark IV from 1988. This gun is very solid. Now, I haven't shot it yet. In fairness, I haven't shot it yet, but I'm going to take it to the range, and I'll do a follow-up showing you my targets and what the targets look like at various distances and so forth. So again, the Colt government model, stainless steel. The SKU, or whatever, not the SKU, but the model number is O1091. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a pleasant day. Thank you.